It's the 27th day of 30 Days Wild, and today I'm going to follow on from the day that I created the sound map to expand it a little bit further to all of my senses by playing Sensory Bingo. The Wildlife Trust's Sensory Bingo includes finding 3 different leaf shapes, listening for the sound of buzzing, feeling the strands of a feather, smelling a flower, feeling the moss. Does it feel spongy? Find an item that's been nibbled by a mini beast. Find 5 smooth pebbles, each larger than the one before. Listen to the pitter-patter of summer rain. Touch the dew on morning grass. Do a bark rubbing. Listen for a mysterious sound. What is it? Smell growing herbs. Arrange twigs to write your name. Find something natural you can roll. Hear ducks quacking and find something that crunches. I'm looking at a roadside verge to find different shaped leaves. Here is a huge one that's got a sort of rounded cylinder shape. This one's a little bit too similar for me to tick it off, but nearby there's another one with these different lobes that have all got these jiggy-jaggy shapes within. And then I'm looking for the third one and I spot it down there with these spiky, curly, twisted up shaped leaves. I spot something that's been nibbled on by invertebrates near the vetch flowers. This leaf has been a feast for something, but I don't know what. It could be moths or caterpillars or a range of other invertebrates. But looking all round, there are various points that have been eaten on all sorts of different species. There's a couple down there as well, little holes taken out of the leaves. At the edge of some woods, I'm looking for something that crunches. The sticks make more of a cracking kind of sound, so I'm not really counting those. The leaves here are too soft when they touch, they don't really feel like a proper crunch. Similarly with these sticks, they're more sort of a snapping sound than the crunch that I'm looking for. But possibly some of these dead leaves, and stepping on a few of them, I'm happy they feel much more like a crunch sound. And I've gotten a few of them just to be really sure that I've found something that has that satisfying crunch that is on the Sensory Bingo card. A little further on in my walk and I'm hearing the mysterious sounds of birdsong I don't recognise. So I'm going to get out the BirdNet app and identify it, and I find that it's a goldcrest. Here's a little recording of it that I took on the app. That's already Sensory Bingo on the diagonal, but I'm going to keep going and see if I can get the full bingo card filled out. So right now I'm looking for a flower that's high up enough that I can bend down and smell it. I've been looking for a feather on this whole walk and I've seen a discarded one here amongst the leaves. Given the colours, this is probably a magpie feather. I've seen quite a few of those around in this spot. As I'm touching through it, I really take notice of the difference between the two sides of the feather. You've got that really long streamlined part and then the much thicker part. I followed a little animal trail down deeper into the woods where there was a huge collection of twigs. So I'm going to try the one where I spell my name out with twigs. So I've got the E and then I'm just trying to find twigs that best match the shape of the letters of my name. It's quite difficult and without breaking the twigs down, which I'm sure I could have done, it's a little bit of a challenge to find ones that make my name look how it should. But I've managed to get here most of them and I'm just getting the last couple to really make sure that my name is spelt out properly. And I've got the E, and then the M, and then the I with the dot, the L, and the Y. I've been looking for something creative that rolls, because I could have just gone with some sort of rounded pebble, but that didn't seem as fun. And then I came across these that had fallen down from the tree, and testing them out, yep, they roll, so that's another one ticked off. I need one more bit to get bingo again, and that's hearing the sound of a duck quacking. Luckily my walk takes me past a duck pond, so I'm coming down to check whether there are any ducks today. There's not any ducks sitting on the banisters, but that's okay because as I look down I can spot a couple in the water, and then as I get past the vegetation, there are plenty of ducks. Naturally, when I approach, they're all quiet. But with nature, as with a lot of times when I'm out in the wild, standing and waiting is the name of the game. So I'm just going to wait here for a little bit, and I will eventually hear some ducks quacking at each other. That's another sensory bingo, but I'm going to keep going. Here is a bee, which I can listen to for its buzzing sound. Look at how big those pollen baskets are on its back legs. That's my third sensory bingo, so let's have a look at what else I can do. There's moss growing on here, so I'm touching it to feel and answer with a question, is it squishy? And for this one, we've had a bit of a heat wave recently, so it's more crispy than anything. As I've been walking, I've been collecting pebbles for the next section, which is 5 pebbles of different sizes. I was collecting them from smallest to largest, and I just came across this largest one, so here they are, all piled up nicely. And that was my walk over. That's me done with sensory bingo, and I got quite a few of them. I'm only missing touching the dew on morning grass, doing a bark rubbing, smelling growing herbs, and listening to the pitter-patter of summer rain. I'm quite surprised on that last one, because 9 times out of 10 it's raining here, but of course today when I went out to try sensory bingo, it didn't, so I didn't get that one. But I'd love to know how you do if you try this at home. So, what things in your local area helped you get sensory bingo? Let me know in the comments, and remember to subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with the remaining days of 30 Days Wild.